Yeah. Is it? You got some more?
Yeah, a little bit. The point that you asked for. It says, "And prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee."
They that eat thy bread, because they gave their king. They gave their kingdom to the beast. All right, for a particular amount of time to fulfill the will, so that the whole earth can be looking at Babylon like, wow. But now those particular nations, all right, that were once in league and for the benefit of Babylon and great, they're fed up because they're being burned, all right, not only morally, financially, okay, by being tied to this beast system, being tied to this debt, you know, this petrodollar, man. Because the petrodollar, the dollar itself is weak, but really what strengthens the dollar is the action that comes with trying to withdraw from it, which is that sword. You see? Go ahead, Michael.
Let's go jump to verse 17 to prove
who
that one was, and then we'll jump straight to it.
Yep.
This is Revelation 17:4. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color.
And scarlet is red, linking this back to Esau. Okay, go ahead.
And decked with gold and precious stone and pearls. Having a gold.
So basically, they stole all the riches from the Israelites.
They stole all those riches, just like the ancient Babylonians did. Go ahead.
Having a golden cup in her hand.
Rulership. That's the rulership, right? Yeah.
Full of abomination and filthiness of her fornication. And upon her forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of
the mother of harlots. So all of those ancient guys we were just reading about, they're back here.
Back today, man. That's it.
Yep.
You see?
Yep. Malone.
All of the idols of the ancient world are here in Babylon the Great. That's why there's so much confusion. That's why things aren't in order. All right, go ahead.
And abominations of the earth. And I jump straight to it. This is Revelation 17 and let's see here. Verse 16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall have the whore. It's like these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire.
Right.
Key word is fire.
Right. They shall hate the whore. Keep reading this a little more.
Kind. And the Most High hath put in their hearts to fulfill His will, and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast.
Right. They gave their kingdom unto the beast. These different nations gave their particular their vassal states.
Right.
Just like in the Roman Empire, you had vassal states. Today, what do you have? The France, Netherlands,
common markets,
Luxembourg, the common markets, basically. The NATO, the EU.
Yeah, it's a term called globalization,
right?
Where all these different economies are interconnected.
Right, and they get gifts. All right, but they're now starting to say, well, look at our people, man. Everything by us being a part of this system is really, we could really do better on our own. I could do better on my own.
Right.
You know.
That's right. That's why you have all these nationalist movements going on. Case in point, what happened in Britain with the Brexit.
Right.
You're starting to see more and more of these nations being for their own nations versus the world, if you will.
Right. In particular, of these nations are now forming alliances with Russia.
Right.
Going to Ezekiel 38.
Yeah.
You see? Go ahead.
Verse 17. For the Most High hath put in their hearts to fulfill His will, and to agree and give their kingdoms unto the beast, until the words of the Most High shall be fulfilled. And the woman which thou sawest is that great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth.
That great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth.
This proves you that it's not a system, it's an actual city.
It's a city. Right, and this is a big city. This is a big city. America is really a big city that's divided into, I believe, 10 parts.
Yep,
that's why you have the zip code. It goes from 0 to 99, you know?
Yep. And the headquarters of this place is Washington, D.C., which is known as a city-state.
City-state, right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's when you get the word citizen. You know what I'm saying? It's a city.
Right. This is a city.
Yep.
Okay, and it links right up with prophecy. I mean, I don't know why Jake want to go and, try to complicate it. But hey, you be deep all you want, nigga. Let's go back to Jeremiah 50.
All right, this is Jeremiah 50 and 25. It says, the Lord hath opened his armory. I'm going to go back to 24. Jeremiah 50 and 24. I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken.
Right, just like we just read in Obadiah. All right, that wound that was laid under thee, they that eat thy bread have deceived thee. Esau, America is being deceived. Go ahead.
It says, O Babylon, thou wast not aware, thou art found and also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord.
Right, thou art found. Because when America's destroyed, that's going to fuck everything up. Because see, Esau, the Lord is coming back to take Esau down. Even these different nations we're reading about that's going to shoot missiles on Babylon, they're going to be taken down as well.
Right.
They're just going to be used. See, Esau's downfall is going to be epic, man. But this whole system, the NATO, all of that is going to be taken down. But Babylon the Great is the statement that the Lord is going to make when he destroys that whole thing. Everybody's going to be like, damn.
That's right.
Everything, I mean, you know, pretty much America is at the center point of everything. So once that's destroyed, all these different markets going to be total disarray.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be chaos, man. Okay?
No, I was just gonna say real quick. Even when you read earlier in Jeremiah, like 48, it talks about the destruction of like Moab.
Right.
They'll go into all these different nations that are actually in league with Babylon. Man.
Right. That's
You
right.
know, that like the elders going into matches up beautifully, man. Once Babylon goes down by default, the rest of these different nations are gonna go down too. You know, Russia gonna be touched by nukes. China gonna be touched by nukes.
Right.
You know, all these different places because America gonna shoot their nukes as well, man. You know, that's why the whole earth is gonna shake to and fro like a country, man.
All right. Go ahead.
All right, Jeremiah 50 and 25. It says, the Lord hath opened his armory and has brought forth the weapons of his indignation.
Nuclear missiles.
Exactly. That what they wasn't shooting missiles back then.
Right. And it ain't talking about the volcanoes, man. Now, volcanoes are going to be used. But how is that talking about volcanoes, man?
Say think big. You know what I'm saying? Think big. I would say this is the Lord. I would say this is the Lord in his showmanship. And his, you know what I'm saying? He's gonna show his power, man, like never before. You know what I'm saying? Like never before. Think bigger. You see? Alright? It says, the Lord had opened his armory and had brought forth the weapons of his indignation. For this is the work of the Lord power of hosts in the land of the Chaldeans.
Right, in the land of the Chaldeans. Who were the Chaldeans? They were the witches and warlocks, all right, of the ancient Neo-Babylonian Empire. Okay? And they communicated with the different gods to what? To cast spells on the people. Mm-hmm. That's what the Rothschilds and these warlocks, the Jesuits, same thing. The same people are back here today. And they had the world. You look at the world, you'd be like, why can't people see this? Well, we were once asleep too. You see what I'm saying? We were once oblivious. That it worked. The delusion is real. Demons are real. People are really blinded out here.
Yep.
It's through these particular demons and all of these idols that are going around this place, man. These foul spirits.
That's right. Right. If it were possible, they would deceive the very elect.
Right. Witchcraft is real, man.
Yeah.
It's real.
It's not a game, you know. Like people are being deceived. McDonald's is packed every day.
Yep.
That's some serious witchcraft to tell people the food is fake and still get them to come, all right, and just eat there every damn day. Then brag that we're gonna start using real beef. Oh, they're gonna start using real beef now. Shit.
I said they didn't even say when though.
Yeah.
Right. So they're telling you that, and you still going. You didn't come to the conclusion. What the fuck was I eating before? You know.
I got a real fast one.
Go ahead.
Ephesians 6 and 12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world,
Right.
against spiritual wickedness in high places.
Spiritual wickedness in high places.
And that's what the people, the heads of the corporation, places like McDonald's, you know they go and pray into these deities, man.
Yeah.
They bow down, they probably give their grandkids up for blood and shit, you know. So
That's why it's a golden ark. That's why it's them arches. It goes through, passing through into these different idols.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Just for McDonald's as an example.
you got two arches.
That's what you know. Double the wickedness.
Those muchos.
Can I get a precept for you? This is Isaiah 47. I'll start at 1. Got it.
You got it, brother.
Come down and sit any dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon.
It's a virgin daughter of Babylon, man. No one has came to the shores of America and brought war to this place, man. You know, go ahead.
Sit on the ground, there is no throne.
There's no throne, because when this thermonuclear destruction hit, won't be no throne for you Edomites.
Right.
You're gonna be brought low, man. You're gonna be the new niggas, man, of the planet.
That's right.
You know, go ahead.
O daughter of the Chaldeans, but thou shalt shall no more be called tender and delicate. Take the millstones and grind meal. Uncover thy locks, make bare the legs, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers.
So what we doing through the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, reading these prophets and these scriptures, we're basically exposing everything America does, and it's always some kind of scandal in the news every day, man. Some kind of scandal is always going on. They're uncovering a new scandal every day, man.
God.
You know, go ahead.
Thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Yea, thy shame shall be seen.
Your shame shall be seen by the whole world, man. Go ahead.
I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man.
So the Lord is going to come back. Yahweh Shai is going to come back as an angelical force, man, like an angelical souped up lawnmower.
Right. That didn't happen in ancient battle.
No.
They fell through men.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
They literally fell through men.
It gives name Cyrus.
He met them as a man through the Persians and Medes. Pull the hell up.
I got a question. Just jump down to verse 9. Okay. Jumping to verse 9. But these two things shall come into thee in moment in one day. The loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries, and for the great abundance of thy enchantments.
Well, that's sorcery. Well, yeah, that witchcraft.
Witchcraft.
Yeah. So in the fullness of it, man, the Lord gonna basically take you down. Man.
That's right.
Because it tells you in Revelation, she said, "I sit as a lady, and I will see no loss of widowhood or loss of children." But Isaiah said, "You will."
That's right.
You know.
Right. The elect is the true virgin, man. You see what I'm saying?
That's right.
We the ones you gonna be penetrated, Esau. All right, you're gonna lose. All right, your rulership is gonna come to an end. But I want to get this because what this brother said about the witchcraft and how these elites call up to these different gods. All right, this is Jeremiah 50. It's in the same chapter in 7. All that found them have devoured them, and their adversaries say, we offend not, because they have sinned against the Lord, the habitation of justice, even of Lord of hope, of their fathers. So they have set up a system that to basically, you're going to automatically sin, then they call up to the, because see, these elites, they know that there's a higher power. When you go into masonry and these different, they all know that there is a higher power, but they worship the God that's in opposition to his rule. Well, they say, well, you don't have to live by those rules. You can do as you want. And that's basically the secret that these people, Aleister Crowley, when you see these different so-called movie stars and artists putting the finger up like the shh, you know, they got their finger up, I don't want to do it because, you know, they'll pause me. Long ass finger. But they put their finger up to their mouth, like in saying that they know the secret.
Right.
The secret is that they worship Satan, a transgendered god. Satan is both. He has no limit. He's both male, female. He's out of control. The left hand is a really real brothers. The left hand is no joke.
Right.
When you deal with the depths of the left hand, man, the Most Highest. I mean, you can't wrap your mind around it, but the Lord has given us particular understanding. You know, like the pedophiles are walking the earth, and that's through the left hand power. Who controls that?
I would say, with nothing being new under the sun, man. Just think about it, man. During Exodus, man, with the time of Moses, man, Moses was battling with those witches, man. Everything that they was doing, Moses was doing the righteous version of it. Everything he was doing, they was doing the left hand version of it. And it's that same battle that's going to be taking place today. You know what I'm saying? The left hand, like the elder said, the left hand going hard, man. But the right hand going hard too.
And the Lord's going to put the laws in us. The left hand plans to put a chip in you,
right,
and rule forever.
There you go. Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yep.
This is a serious spiritual war, man.
Right.
And it's playing out all according to prophecy. Now, what were we? Or did you?
Come here, quick point, real quick.
Being separated from the goats.
I was just thinking, like, you know how when you read Jeremiah, the 49th chapter, it talks about the destruction of Esau?
Yep.
And then right when you go to Jeremiah 50, it goes into Babylon?
Yep.
That's how you know it's that spirit.
Just like Romans 9.
It's talking
Psalms
about
137. Just like
What
Romans
does it
9.
say? What does it say? Babylon.
Get it. You should get that.
What is it? Babylon. Hold up, brothers. Babylon. You got Babylon. Oh, hold on. I forgot. It said that Babylon was going to be destroyed as Sodom and Gomorrah.
Right, right.
It said Edom shall be as Sodom and Gomorrah.
right, right.
Which is the same judgment. Salaki.
No, that's it. I was just thinking about that.
The brother about to grab Isaiah 137 and goes into exactly what he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? 137 and 7, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. This is Psalms chapter 137 and 7. And it says, remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof. O daughter of Babylon, who are to be destroyed, happy shall they be that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us. All right, and now it's just so ironic. The 7th verse goes into Esau, and then the 8th verse goes into not Babylon, but the daughter of Babylon.
That's how they're going to be paid back for what they've done.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
And it brought up the instance when the Babylonians sacked the temple, Esau was helping.
Absolutely. Exactly.
That's just one of their sins. They didn't let us through the Holy Land.
Yep.
You know, they've been killing us, shooting us. So it's all sorts of going back to Cain, going back to the garden, all sorts of sins that this man has committed against us, but it's going to be paid back through this time, through Babylon the Great. You know, the wicked are reserved.
That's right.
To the day of destruction, according to Job. And this is it. Wicked are going to be paid back through this horror right here being decimated, them being enslaved, all right, by the Israelites who will be, all right, in new bodies. Somebody else got something?
Yeah, I was going to say, if I could make a point on this one right here as well, because it went into Esau and Babylon and then the daughter of Babylon. And the reason being that's the case because, like you had stated, Esau had helped Babylon destroy us. And also, too, Esau's taking on the same exact Hamitic customs as those ancient Babylonians. That's how you're able to tell that they worship the same exact gods as those Babylonians. Exactly. The same, their high holy days. All of that goes all the way back to ancient Babylon. Even the tower. They're doing the same exact thing, trying to bring everybody together, just like they did in ancient Babylon, man. You know, so that shows you that's synonymous for Esau being the daughter of Babylon, the mother of harlots. That's synonymous for America being that place, because they're doing the exact same thing that ancient Babylon was doing. Right. You know?
I got that in Jeremiah. Jeremiah 50 and 29. It says, call together the archers against Babylon, all ye that bend the bow, camp against it round about. Let none thereof escape. Recompense her according to her work. According to all that she had done, do unto her.
That's what's coming. And this is where we're at in prophecy, man. That's why you see Armageddon being revved up. All right, Babylon the Great is you see the narrative of peace and safety, but then you also see the narrative of to hell with you. No matter how much peace this man is trying to make, he's still the devil. He's still doing wickedness. Okay, and it's not going to be peace and safety. Just when they think they're going to, all right, we got it. Sudden destruction is going to come, man.
That's great.
It could be at any moment. Okay, go ahead.
And them archers are the missiles, man.
Right.
Because in the ancient days, the Persians were known to have those excellent archers.
That's right.
So you see that when you watch 300.
Right. I was about out the sun.
Yeah.
It says, for she had been proud against the Lord, against the Holy One of Israel.
Proud against the Lord. The most proud, the pride of thine heart hath deceived thee. GMOs, gay marriage, the rainbow. The rainbow is a sign, all right? We're supposed to be able to have a rainbow on the back of our car in remembrance of the covenant that God made with Noah. Yep. But if you have that on the back of your car, nigga go ride by your ass, what the fuck?
Right. They're gonna ride by him. Fast gonna be waving at you.
Bro, everybody gonna be waving at, welcome to the covenant, welcome to the covenant.
Oh, man.
Bro, that's something messed up though, man.
Yeah.
You could actually have a rainbow and then like Genesis 9 on there, like talking about the covenant that the Lord made with the children of Israel. But the thing is, the first thought that's gonna come when you see a rainbow outside on a building, on the back of a car, it's messed up that the first thought you get is some gay shit or some faggot shit. That's fucked up, man.
Yeah.
Esau really did a number on casting this place
Witchcraft.
into so much witchcraft where the immediate thought it's a sign of a covenant, bro.
Right. Yep. He wouldn't flood the earth no more. That he made with Noah, who was the son of God,
Man, bro.
who remained faithful while all rebellion against the Lord was going on amongst his people. Which,
Man.
Lord willing, we're going to do. And you're going to take that same sign and say,
That's messed up, man.
marching up and down the street with penises and big freaks.
Lord.
LGBTQIAEIOU. Point sometimes Y. Point damn. All right, you want to read some more on that or jump to 51?
This place gonna sizzle.
There's some more in that that you can see. It's a bunch more.
You got it.
It's some heat on
No.
Okay. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15. I'm going to read verse 1, then jump to verse 13. It says, Woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. I'm going to jump to verse 13. For strong is the right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are short, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world.
Right. Volcanoes ain't going to be shot into the ends of the world.
That's a banger.
Because there's a doctrine going around. There aren't no missiles. It's just going to be volcanoes. Niggas showing pictures of volcanoes. Now, volcanoes are going to aid in the fire. You got to remember, this place is going to be, just immense with fire, just fire, like.
Right.
So it's going to happen. That's why you see that's why the Lord is a mastermind. He got chemicals in the water.
Yep.
He got this black goo that Esau, this black tar that's just coming out of the earth that Esau can't figure out. America is being coated for destruction.
Lighter fluid.
Right in your eyes.
That's what I'm saying.
It's lighter fluid.
It's like the Lord finna go harder than he done ever went before, man. If you just gonna limit it to a volcano, that's just not big enough.
He got pine trees everywhere. Pine trees are all over the earth. That resin that's on those trees are gonna. It's all sorts of chemicals all over the world and things in the earth that are gonna aid in the fire being flamed, man.
Yeah, that's right.
Because water is supposed to put out a fire, but there's so much damn chemicals in the water that it's gonna be fire.
That's what I'm saying. We can fill up a bucket with water and light that water on fire.
Right.
So how much more for the ocean and all? You know what I'm saying?
That's filled with
the planet is mostly water.
Oil. It's oil in the ocean.
You see? So
all these gas stations is everywhere on every corner.
yeah.
What's that? The BP spill?
Right.
That scandal that happened in the Gulf of Mexico?
Right.
I have a real quick one. Please don't mind. This is Jeremiah 49:17. Also, Edom shall be a desolation. Everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished and shall hiss at all the plagues thereof. And as in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities and the neighboring cities thereof, said Yahweh, no man shall abide there, neither shall a son of man dwell in it. Talking about the desolation of Edom, they liken it as to Sodom and Gomorrah.
Same thing that's gonna happen to Babylon.
Yep, and then we know this place is what? Solid, spiritually solid. Because it's going to receive the same judgment as Sodom. How was Sodom and Gomorrah taken out?
Fire. Babylon, the ancient Babylon, Neo-Babylonian Empire didn't fall by fire, cuz. Never was, cuz. Alright? Never was, cuz. Alright, go ahead.
Yeah, I got a quick one. This is back in Jeremiah 51:7. It says, Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord.
We finna read that.
We are?
Yeah. We finna jump to verse 1.
Let's go back to 1.
Okay, yeah. I know we've been all around this chapter, but I don't think. Okay. So start at 1.
Yeah, because we finna just get into that, some of that, and then end it.
Yeah. Kind. This is Jeremiah 51:1. It says, Thus saith the Lord, Behold, I will raise up against Babylon and against them that dwell in the midst of them that rise up against me, a destroying wind, and will sit.
Destroying wind.
Yep.
ICBM, intercontinental ballistic missiles.
That's it.
That's right.
And Jeremiah wrote this for us, man. You know?
A destroying wind.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
I mean, the whole book is written for the Israelites, but it's personal. You know, this is one of those personal where Jeremiah was like, look, This place go fall, man.
Yeah.
This shit gonna be destroyed, man. Watch. You know, and it's happening. His prophecies are coming to pass, man.
That's right.
All right, and he's back here today somewhere. All right, going hard, bringing this word out. Go ahead.
It says, this is verse 2. It says, and will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her, and shall empty her land.
Fanners, these different skirmishes and situations that are popping up, they keep the flame going. These different racial issues, they keeping the fires going. Like just when Esau think he put out one fire, the Lord, because what does oxygen do? It fuels the fire. It fuels the fire. So these different fanners are putting wind up on that fire.
Yeah.
For more fires to go, for more situations to come. Go ahead.
That's right. It says, for in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about.
So that's World War III. We're in the midst of it now, you know, but it's climaxing now. Day by day, you know, every day we wake up, we're one step closer to the, you know, Esau. Fuck it! And hitting the button.
Yeah.
You know, one step closer.
He's almost there.
Full scale war, yep.
That's right.
This is verse 3. It says, against him that bendeth, let the arrow bend his bow. And against him that lifteth himself up in his brigadine.
Brigadine, that's the armory.
Yep.
It says, and spare ye not her young men, destroy ye utterly all her host.
Her host, that's an army. They got an army. So when they send them children over there, they ain't coming back.
Nobody
man.
coming back.
They not coming back.
Yeah.
You know?
I got a quick one. This is Isaiah chapter 34, verse 4. And all the host of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and all their hosts shall fall down as a leaf falleth from the vine, and as a fallen fig from the fig tree.
Right, and that can be read about in Isaiah 34, the destruction of Edom. It also talks about that scroll.
Read that again.
Yeah. This Isaiah 34 in 4. And all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll.
And we know that when we got that time that the nuclear destruction, the smoke looks like a scroll, right? So we know that's thermonuclear destruction.
That's right.
Go ahead.
That's right. And all their hosts shall fall down as a leaf falleth from the vine.
Boom. As a leaf falling from a vine, suddenly,
Anything, yeah.
Come. And as a falling fig from the fig tree.
See, you don't never know when it's gonna fall. And when it falls, it just falls suddenly.
Yeah.
Boom.
Sudden.
So the destruction gonna be sudden, man, on America. Man.
That's right.
Verse 5. And this goes into those archers. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment.
Okay, I thought you was reading Revelation 6. Go ahead.
I do here, man. The Edomites, man. You know what I'm saying? The heaven of the earth, all that we've been going through. You see? Yep. Go ahead.
It says the people of my curse.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? And then when you think about the people of my curse, what happened to Cain, man?
Yep.
Cain got marked with that curse.
Yep.
And it's gonna fall down upon Idumea. That's how you link
Idumea.
back to Cain, man.
I got a quick precept. This is Psalms 33. All right. Proverbs 33. Keep reading. Go ahead.
Okay. This is verse 6, last verse. The sword of Yahweh is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of the kidneys of rams. For Yahweh hath a sacrifice in Basra, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea.
Right.
And that's talking about this place right here, man.
That's right.
We're going to Basra. Basra was pretty much, was a chief land that the Edomites lived in.
Exactly.
So that's talking about America, because this is the chief house that the Edomites blood that they talk about. Hold their pride within it. They did all these things now.
Well, it's being used to spread their wickedness throughout the planet Earth. It's the golden cup, which is why the Lord is he go slap that damn cup down out of that whore's hand. I mean, out of the, he go slap it out of her hand, because this place has been used to lead the world into a high rebellion against righteousness, the anti-Messiah. This whole society, this whole world is under an anti-Messiah vibration.
That's right.
And where it ain't, they're seeking to put it there. All right, this is Proverbs 3:33. The curse of the Lord is in the house of the wicked, but he blesseth the habitation of the just. All right, and that scroll that the brother just read about is also in Revelation 6 and 14. And the heaven departed as a scroll, showing you that the end is going to come through the Edomites' rule.
Right. It's place.
Because it just said, equated the scroll, then it talked about Edom. Edom's downfall is going to be the kingdom of heaven. That's why in the book of Obadiah, the last verse says what? Then, once Esau is destroyed, the kingdom shall be the Lord's. Okay? It all makes sense when you're in the spirit. All right? Revelation 6 and 14. And heaven departed as a scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places. So that ties directly with what the brother just read in Isaiah 34, which that connects it to Edom.
Exactly.
The Messiah is going to return when you read Daniel the 7th chapter. After the fourth beast, there was another beast. Once that beast is destroyed, that beast is going to be destroyed through the return of the Messiah. What is that? The last leg of the Roman Empire. It all ties in together, man, when you're in the spirit, you know?
Edom. Yep. The Edomians, that's who is controlling the